Hey guys, welcome back. Bolt Spider here, and today we have more Duelist Nexus news. This is a continuation on the Visa Starfrost lore with new Manadome cards, new Visa stars, and new Clear World support. So let's take a look at all of these cards. There are a total of 7 of them. And first off, we're going to be starting off with Manadome Trid. It is a level 2 Fairy Fire, 0 attack, 1500 defense. This card can only be special summoned through its first effect once per turn, and use its second effect once per turn. If you control a Visa Starfrost or a monster with 1500 attack and 2100 defense, you can special summon this monster from your hand. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you could special summon one Manadome Tuner monster from your deck. This is actually a really good card for Manadomes because they actually needed it. Outside of that, this is another great name to have because only 2 tuners were a bit iffy here and there. Next up, we have Vader Carlanta, I believe. Yes, Carlanta. It is a dark level 8 warrior effect, 2500 attack, 2100 defense. This card breaks the mold for the lore, but this is the otherworldly Visa Starfrost. And you can only use each effect of this card once per turn. If you control a Visa Starfrost, when a card on the field is destroyed by an effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, then you can add one Clear New World from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If another monster you control is destroyed by an effect, you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and increase this card's attack by the destroyed monster's original attack. Now this card is actually very good because it gets to New Clear World, which is a very old card from Battle of Chaos, and it targets a face-up monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon one monster from your deck in defense position with a different original type and attribute whose level is lower than that monster's original level, but negate its effect. So what you could probably do is search this out and destroy this card to get to summon out another Starfrost from your deck, or another Manadome monster maybe, which in my opinion is pretty good. Next up, we have the brand new Manadome Synchro Monster, and it is a lovely card. It is actually Visa Amatria. It is a level 8 light Synchro Tuner Warrior effect, 2500 attack, 2100 defense, and this is Visa Starfrost with all 4 powers of Tearlament, Scareclaw, Kashtira, and Manadome. It takes 1 tuner, one or more light monsters, so you can also use tuners for the synchro summon of this card, just all plain tuners. This card's name becomes Visa Starfrost while in the monster zone. You can only use each effect of the following effect of Visa Amtria or Amritra once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can add one spell or trap card that mentions Visa Starfrost from your deck to your hand. During your main phase, you can destroy one monster you control, and if you do, for the rest of this turn, synchro monsters you control will gain 800 attack. The only really use I see out of this is it being a level 8 tuner synchro, but also it gets to a lot of your Visa's spells and traps like Trivi Karma. And Trivi Karma is a interesting card because it targets a Visa Starfrost monster in your monster zone and one effect monster your opponent controls. Negate that monster's effect, and if you do, your targeted monster gains attack equal to half the original attack and defense of that monster, or attack or defense, whichever is higher. And you can banish it from your graveyard, add one spell and trap card that mentions Visa Starfrost from your deck to your hand, except Trivi Karma. Trivi Karma can only be used once per turn, only one effect, but this card gets that card, so it's going to be very useful. After that, we have World Destruction United. It is a normal spell card, and you can only activate one copy of this card per turn. Activate one of the following effects. You special summon a monster with 1500 attack or defense from your graveyard. So any of your hearts, Reno Heart, Light Heart, I think it's Light Heart, Reno Heart, Rise Heart, and Reach Heart. Or you can return one Visa Starfrost and 4 monsters with 1500 attack and 2100 defense that is face up on the field on your field or in your graveyard or are banished to your deck and synchro summon one Visa Starstruck Visa Synchro monster from your extra deck. So essentially you're doing 5 monsters for a synchro summon. I don't think that's going to be used that much, but having another monster reborn in the deck is really very good. Next up we have Clear New World Amritra. It is a field spell, and this is Clear New World's upgrade because this guy searches anything that mentions Visa Starfrost, and this one adds any Clear New World. Add 1 new Clear World. So, yeah, I could see it. Once, you can only activate this card if Visa Starfrost is on the field. Okay. Once per turn, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard or banished, you can activate one of the following effects. So it triggers off of everything. Special summon one of those monsters in defense position. 1 tuner on the field gains attack equal to half the attack of one of those monsters. Shuffle one of those monsters into the deck, and if you do, draw 1 card. Or shuffle this card into the deck, and if you do, add 1 field spell from your graveyard to your hand. So this is essentially extra copies of every field spell. So that's going to be interesting to see, but this comes in very handy if you manage to pop something with like trying to think which one pops. I know that there's one extra deck monster that does pop a card. Maybe if you do Kaleido Heart. So Kaleido Heart definitely works. A lot of the hearts will work with this, so that's one thing for certain. After that, we have Clear New World First Cycle. It is a normal trap card, and you can only use each effect of this card once per turn. Target 1 spell or trap card in your graveyard that lists Visa Starfrost in its text. Set it to your field. If it is a quick play or a trap card, you may activate it this turn. Banish the card, or you can banish this card from your graveyard for the second effect. And target 3 spell or trap cards that list Visa Starfrost in their text other than Clear New World First Cycle. Return them to your deck. So this is a Dagosta Emerald without the draw. Also, Kapla of Formation. One of the 4 Kalpas. The period of the first stage in the cycle of formation. Continuance, decline, and disintegration that a world is said to undergo repeatedly. In this Kalpa, a world takes shape and living beings appear on it. So this is the start of something new. That is actually very cool. And finally, we have Star-Filled Clear New World. I feel like that this Vader searches a Clear New World card, but I'm not too sure. But let's get to Star-Filled Clear New World. It's a continuous trap card, and you can only use the second effect of this card once per turn, as long as you control a Visa Starfrost. Monsters you control are not destroyed by battle once per turn. If you control a Visa Starfrost, you can target 1 monster in your graveyard. During the end phase, return it to the deck. If you control a Synchro Tuner monster, you may add it to your hand instead. Overall, this new support is very, very interesting. And let me double check real quick on a translation. Okay, it is Clear New World from your deck. So that's actually very, very, very nice. Now, one of the things is some of these cards are good. A lot of other cards are interesting. I cannot wait to see what people do with the Mana Dome support and all these new cards, because you have a free level 8 monster, you have a new Synchro level 8 tuner that you can utilize quite well. But I want to know what you guys think about these cards. Anyways, hit that like button down below, and see you guys in the next video.